Here we go. Going live to Facebook.
Cool.
I love it. Like, I feel like places, everyone. Here we go. Let me see. It'll show up on my page.
Here we are.
We're live. Let me start the recording.
All right. Let's see if I can share this.
Okay, you guys, we are live. I'm so excited. This is what we're doing right now. We're sharing this out to all of our channels. Welcome, you guys. Okay, so you know when you like obsess on an individual, like listen to every podcast, you're all over their social media. That was me when I found this amazing woman, Stef Gass, who is, so I was like getting ready to get on the treadmill and I'm scrolling a Facebook group. I need a podcast to motivate me today. And normally I was, you know, I'm at like at 5 miles per hour and I start listening to her. I literally like had my hands in the air. I was like, oh my gosh, she's speaking my language. So I want to welcome Stephanie to we're just live on this page today because I reached out to her and I said, girl, you are speaking the language, my language, everybody that I have a huge network marketing team. I have a following of women who just want to be better mamas. They want to have a place as an entrepreneur. And every single episode I could not get enough of. And I'm sharing it, I'm sending it. I thought, I'm reaching out to her. So just like the intro is, you guys, this is a woman who she's a millionaire mompreneur. She has so many resources to help us balance it all. I've learned so much since listening to her podcast and following her about balance in my screen time, about boundaries with how I'm building my business. And in the 6 weeks since we've been connected, my personal business and my network marketing company has doubled because I've started to put that to play. And I'm no longer doing this. Hold on, honey. Let me check my phone. If anybody can relate to this, what I want you to do, I'm going to do a giveaway on this. I want you to share this out. If you know a mama boss that wants to win with her family, with her faith, and with her business, and needs to hear from this awesome Stef Gass today, I want you to share. I'll see if you share. I'll enter you in my contest. Type an emoji below if you've ever felt like I am going to actually have to slam my head against the wall because I am overwhelmed with my business. So Stephanie, tell me, how did you get this start, this message? Like, where did this come from? I know it came from God, but
Yes, of course. Hi, everybody. I'm so
excited. I feel like I'm like talking to Oprah.
You're the best. Well, hello, everybody. And thank you, Beth, for having me on. I'm so excited to share with all of you and just really humbled to be asked to be on here with Beth and kind of share my story and kind of my tips and tricks and all of the things with all of you. And I think I'll first start by sharing my story. You know, how did I get where I am right now and kind of what was the journey? What did that look like? So I am a network marketer at heart. I got started with network marketing. Gosh, it was about 7 years ago. I was working, you guys, 60 plus hours in corporate. I don't know if any of you can relate, right? And I knew I have to find this other venue to have children, to run my own business, to work from home. And my mom got me started in a network marketing company. Now, let me just let you know, I definitely jumped in with both feet. And for me, there was no other way that I was going to be successful. And I'm a 3 on the Enneagram, y'all. So Beth and I are achievers. And what does that mean? It means that I had tunnel vision. I went in, I started truly hustling this business nonstop, hour after hour. I was in all the events. I was networking with people, and there was no way I wasn't going to be successful. And that worked. It did absolutely work. Within 2 years, I became part of the top 1% of the company. I was walking the stage. I had a $50,000 bonus check. I'm like, yeah. And got the free car bonuses, all the trips, y'all. And so by industry standards, I had absolutely made it, right? However, I was super burnt out. I was working more in my network marketing business than I did in corporate America. this is going to have a lot of truth on here for you guys, right? So I really found myself in this hard position because I had no balance. I had zero boundaries in my life. And a $17,000 paycheck is great, but not when it's coming at the expense of every other area of my life, right? So long story short, y'all, I actually found myself at this really big crossroads about 4 years into my career as a network marketer. And I decided that while I love the industry with all my heart, it wasn't the only thing I wanted to do anymore. I wanted to start coaching women to find their calling, find their passion, recognize their dream and the call in their heart, help them to find something that they can do that has, and figure out the ways to do something with balance, with really kind of having it all, you know, like having the time, not just for success, but also creating time freedom in an automated, passive way. So my coaching business was born. And I actually now am called a success strategist for women, female entrepreneurs. I help women create passive income products, create scalable online marketing businesses, and really grow their business in a way that's going to scale. But more importantly, it has long-term sustainability, because we can't work 80 hours a week and ignore all the other things that matter to us and stay fulfilled, can we? So that's my story. That's what I do.
Oh, I love, so well, and yeah, and you guys, the episodes on the podcast is like boom, boom, boom. Because when I heard Stephanie say she's an overachiever, she's a planner, she likes to check the boxes, she's a doer, she's action driven. And you guys know me, that I lead a lot of network marketers. So my mission is to help you to build your business while not giving up your life. And so I'm like, okay, here's a woman that can help us with our marketing strategies. And that's what we're going to talk about today. And also how to find those boundaries in your business so that you can continue to have that passion and not go through the burnout that Stephanie went through. Because I look at it as though, wow, she's bringing to us how to like even self-care, you guys, in the podcast of when I turn off my screen time, the things that I've learned when I turn off my screen time, how I use my calendar. So Stephanie, when you look at, you know, the path, and there's a lot of women that will be watching that actually are working a full-time career. This is a nice side gig for them, or people like me that it's a full-time gig. It took me a long time to find that balance, to realize that when I have my son in the car and it's our time to drive to hockey, that's our time. Boundaries. Let's talk about boundaries, because I used to call myself hashtag the leader without boundaries.
Oh, yeah. Okay. And you guys, here's the deal. Anybody if you got started in this network marketing career, right? Most of you, all of you are network marketers that are watching this. That's wonderful. And I don't want you to think, oh, I can't be successful. And I'm, because Stephanie says she got it tired.
Stephanie's going to show us how to have it all, you guys.
Here's the secret. Okay. It's that you have to first and foremost understand network marketing is no different than if you were to go out and start your own coffee company. If you were to go out and start an Etsy store, I would tell you the same thing. And it's that there is no overnight success. Okay. Those of you looking at Beth don't know how many years and years and how many things she did before network marketing potentially that created a success story for her, right? So,
you know what's funny is I was saying to my mom, like, because my mom I had that mom that was like, you can be anything you want to be, like that dream mom. I still have her, Olga.
Yeah, me too.
But one thing that they did me a favor for networking, I moved like 12 times growing up. I had to learn to meet new people, make connections. I was like being trained for a marketing career before I even knew it. So I thought that was a side note, because I was like, so I started with a bigger, more market than most people.
I mean, amen. And so here's what I'm getting at here is, before we get into boundaries, I want you to understand first that I want you to take a look at your goals, and are they realistic for the type of person that you are, for what else you have going on. If you have a full-time job and you're getting into this business and your goal is to become a top 1% earner, that's great. But I first want you to recognize that your journey is only your journey. And I don't want you to compare your journey to someone else's. And in network marketing, it's easy to really get that comparison, and everyone's trying to push you to be just as fast as everybody else. That's not the way to be successful. It's what's my goal in my heart. And if it's a couple $100 a month, which I think the majority of network marketers should be going for in the first 6 months, great, guys. Set that up, write that goal down, and then I want you to set boundaries for your life so that you can focus on achieving that small goal first. Yeah, we all want to make 6+ figures. We all want to be a millionaire, of course. But you first have to say, I first need to make my investment back. That's goal number 1. Goal number 2, I now want to make $300 a month, right? So set something that's tangible and realistic up first. And then secondly, you guys, plan your life, because you are in control of your life, right? Only you. So you can plan it every single day and say, how am I going to set up my boundaries today? So for example, and I use a paper planner because I'm crazy, creepy, old school when it comes to planning, and I don't want my phone dinging at me all day. I refuse to be reactive. That's something that network marketing taught me.
Refuse to be reactive. Put that in the comments, you guys.
Refuse to be reactive, you guys. And when your calendar's on your phone, what's happening? You're in your calendar, but now Instagram's dinging at you and your email's dinging at you. I don't want that. I want to control my day. So I get in there, and for example, I would say driving my son to hockey, right? Like for Beth. And that is a blacked out boundary time. Beth is not going to take phone calls. Beth is not going to do it because that time is important. Maybe for me, it's I'm going to go to the gym every day. And during the gym, I'm not going to work on my business because I need that mental break. So it's create a list of things that are super important to you, right? Health, is it your fitness every day? Is it an hour with your kids? Is it maybe you do nothing after 6 p.m.? And I want you to know that that's okay. Ladies, I'm giving you permission right now to say, I have office hours, period. I do not take calls after 6, like, period. And I get it. Maybe you have that really big distributor and they can only take the phone call at 9 o'clock. There are times when you'll make exceptions to that rule, but 80% of the time, you can dictate when you want to work on your business.
And I think too on that, like that, so the 6 o'clock thing, I want to point this out. I had to learn this early on, that we had a family meeting with my calendar, because when all the things that Stephanie says, like I want to help all of you and get on that podcast, because I would pull up to the gym when she said she had gained 40 pounds.
Oh yeah, let's talk like 60 pounds.
60 pounds, like look at her now. It's because I would pull up to the gym. I remember this 3 years ago. I was building to the top, building to the top, building to the top. I pull up. I remember sitting there. My phone would ding, my phone would ding, my phone would ding. I'd take a call. My gym time was over. I would go home. Then at night, I didn't have boundaries around my hours, so I'd find the Nutella. And as my business is growing, it was uneven. And I've worked really hard to get that in place. But one of the things, this was a tip that I got from Blair, who is also a great planner, is I sat down with my calendar and we talked about which would be my nights that I would be working. And so tonight's a night that I do two lives, 9 and 9:30, and I put the hours on my door. Yeah. And then we talk. So everybody sees my working hours, but then I have all afternoon from 4 o'clock on. So that have a meeting with your calendar with people that you love, right? Yeah. So they know. Don't just surprise them. Hey, I'm in here. I'm not talking to anybody tonight.
Yeah. And the beauty of this too, and I think Beth can speak to this, is that if you're being reactive all day, every day, you're taking the calls whenever, you're constantly working on social media, right? You guys are probably doing outreach all day. You know, oh, I thought of someone for the business. I'm going to send a quick DM. Oh, I thought of this. And like, you're constantly just kind of scattered. You're actually going to be less proactive than if you schedule time and you block it in there and you go into that hour with real intentionality, because then you have a master list. You're checking the boxes. You have the same message. Your mind is in work mode. You're going to be 1 million times more productive and grow your business faster when you're intentional with your boundaries, and you can perform at your best when you have a full cup, right? When you're happy, healthy. I am so much better at my business now that I don't feel overworked, overwhelmed, tired, all this extra weight. Yeah, I was making all this money, but I'll tell you what, I work 3 or 4 hours a day now. I have all the things in my life, feeling really great about my role as a mother, as a wife, my health, and my business is just as successful as it was then. So boundaries are key, and set them up now while you're still early off in your business. When you get to Beth's level, you guys, it just gets busier. It just gets more crazy. So just decide to take back ownership of your life early on, right?
Yes, for sure. So when you talk about boundaries, if you, first of all, what's your calendar? Because I've already got text, like, what is that calendar? I need it. What's your favorite calendar?
Okay, so you guys go to stephaniegass.com and click on shop. My calendar's there.
Awesome.
You'll love it. It's amazing. You're going to love it. It's the best. It has like stickers and monthly planning and weekly planning and daily planning. And it's like my BFF.
And it's so cute. Like, I love a cute calendar, and I'm a paper and pencil person as well. So we're talking boundaries. Do you have a specific morning routine? Because you have little kids. I have teenagers. So, they like to sleep forever. So everyone's like, your morning routine's easy.
Yeah.
Do you have a morning routine?
Yes, I do. And y'all, I have 2 little boys under 5. Okay. And I'm also married. So really, I have 3 children. Okay.
3 children.
And so the morning is such an important time for me spiritually, right? And so for me, it's God. For you, maybe it's spirit, or maybe it's God, whatever that higher power is that helps you stay aligned in your life. It's hard to find time for that when you have mom, you're doing the mom thing and you're running around and picking kids up and doing all the things. So what I've decided to do, and I started this about 8 months ago, and it's been such a game changer for me. I wake up 30 minutes before everyone else, which is just 6 a.m. People are like, oh my Lord, like I could never wake up early. Listen, yes, you can. Trust me. 30 minutes early is not going to kill you, but it will change your life. So I wake up and I do my celery juicing. And that only takes like 2 minutes. So I get my celery juice, I heat up my coffee, I get snuggly on my couch, my little pug comes and cuddles up with me, and we do a few things. So I start by reading my daily devotional, and that just it's Jesus Calling. For any of you that are Jesus freaks, get that one. It's so good.
Copies. I even like the kids' Jesus Calling version, because some mornings my brain is better with that.
Ooh, that'd be good to get. So I read that, and then I have something called a 5-year journal. And this is also at stephaniegass.com/shop if you guys are interested. And it's got 5 years, and you go in and you jot down just 4 or 5 sentences. And I start with, what is my intention for today? Every day. Because some days my intention is my business. I want to focus on a course launch, or today I knew I had this live with Beth. I want to focus on being prepared for that. And so you write down, what's the one thing that you want to focus on for the day? Then I write down a couple memories that maybe I want to document. Maybe my kid said something cute or something funny. Yesterday, he pointed at my face and he was like, Mom, you have a big pimple right here. I covered it for you guys. You're welcome. And I'm like, yes, I do. And he says, is that a kiss from God?
Yes, it's a kiss from my hormones.
I'm like, yes, God has a good sense of humor. So yes, it is. But I wrote that down because it was so funny, and so I write down some memories, and then maybe I write down some things or some milestones happening in my business, whatever to you is important to remember. You write it in your journal, and then the next year you get to see what you wrote the year before because it's on the same page. It's so cool. So I write that down.
Okay, wait. You have somebody go across the thing. I have a good idea.
Yeah.
Go back to the morning routine. If you share this out because you're getting value, I'm going to do a drawing for that 5-year journal. So share it out and I will contact you. Share. Now that was like the person running across. We interrupt this message for.
Share this. Just
I
share
have that sparkly squirrel. I was like, I'm going to give one away. All right. So we write down our intentions, what for the day, your gratitude.
Yes. And then the last thing I do in my morning routine, so at this time, I probably have 5 minutes left of my 30 minutes, is I get out the planner and I plan the entire day. The entire day. Now, granted, I have an online calendar because if I have client meetings or if my podcast publicist needs to book something for me, we do use an online scheduler, right? But you then go in and see what appointments are happening for the week and you just move them into your paper planner. That way you are still in control. Nothing will be beeping at you, okay? So I plan the whole day. And if I see an open slot, like this is me, I'm like slightly insane. I'm like, ooh, what is missing in my day? Like, do I not have enough spirituality? I might plug in, hey, I'm going to do a meditation here. Or am I not doing enough kids stuff today? I'm going to plug something in, like we'll run to the park. I really want to make sure that all of the categories of my life are not being neglected. Like I want to be sure that I'm spiritually showing up. My health is a priority, that I'm at the gym, that my kids aren't getting pushed behind, that my work is still a forefront. So you can have it all. I'm telling you, like you have the full control of your life. And if you have a full-time job, that's okay. You have a lunch hour, you have 30 minutes before everyone wakes up, you have an hour at night, and maybe you have some time on the weekends. Like, what is the dream for your life? Schedule it in, set the boundaries, and then show up for your dream, right?
I love that, showing up for your dream. And one of the things, you guys, I take notes. Like this Stephanie's getting in the way of my gym routine because I'll be listening to the podcast like, I got to write that down. So your personal development is huge. If you don't have time in the morning, do it at the gym, or if you need like to dance it out at the gym, do that. But one of the things that I love is that I love your intro to your podcast where you're like, I want you to create the life. What is it? Create the life you're destined.
Yeah. Something. I'm like,
so good. You guys got to listen to it. Create the life and what God has driven you to do. He's given you talents. He's given you gifts, and the chaos and the clutter and the stories that you're telling yourself, they get in the way. And I know because I have told myself those stories. But when I wake up with intention like that, I'm going to get the 5-year journal and give it away.
Yeah.
So what do you think when you've worked with hundreds of entrepreneurs, and I feel that women that find network marketing all of a sudden were thrown into this business, they need to teach. And actually, Stephanie, this is so cool. This is a side note. My little millennial daughter and her friends are starting a podcast, and Stephanie coached them, and it was so cool. I got to watch. They were like, they're so cool. They're such cool adults. So she was like speaking to the, non-millennial mom, but I even got such credit. They're like, she was so cool. I'm like, yeah, I'm the cool mom. But what a gift. I was thinking, what could I give to these kids that could help them with their entrepreneurial journey? They were talking to me and saying, we don't want to go and spend 40 years to wait to live our life. I was like, amen. Oh my gosh. So Stephanie was that ticket. I don't know how I'm going my blah, blah, blah podcast. I love them. I'm obsessed, but I couldn't tell them how to do it. So she coached them and asked them, and this is going to bring us over to our next topic. And we're going to get this in fast because I know Stephanie's got a calendar. But one of the things that I said to her is, I love that you said to them, what is your message? What is your content? Like, what do you want to teach? What are your gifts? What's on your heart? What is God putting on your heart? And it brought me to Pamela, network marketer. Like, that's who I was. I was Pamela Anderson.
So was I.
It was gross. I apologize to any of you out there that unfollowed me. Maybe you'll come back to me. So it's okay. And now I realize that this is value, you guys. I thought I got to get this to my friends. So you said that question. We're balanced, we're scheduled, we're reaching out, we're talking to people, and then they go to our pages and all they see is buy my stuff, buy 3, get 2, get a deal. And they're like, ugh, that's gross. Goodbye. How do we change it?
Yes. Okay. Yes. Thank you for bringing this up. You guys listen to me and listen good. I want you like stay with us. Okay. We're going to get
Stay here. It's getting good.
Look into my eyeballs because you got me. All right. Let me introduce you to a concept. How many of you hate to be sold? Drop us an emoji if you hate to be sold. Okay. Me too. Like someone's like, hey, immediately. So I get an Instagram message, right? And I get them all day, every day. Hey, Steph, I think you're like so much fun. You'd be a great addition to my team. I'm like, ugh, like, bye. I don't even reply. And you guys, I coach these people. Right? So I want you to think, if I hate to be sold, why do I think that hard, pushy, spammy, weird, creepy sales is the way to go, right? Now I get it. People are pressuring you. Oh, I got to be successful. I got to make my money back. Maybe hubby's over here in your ear. Maybe you've got this, call in your heart to be successful. But I wanted to share something with you. If you do it in a way that feels really authentic and comfortable in your own heart, that's how it will be received by the world. So what do I mean by this? Okay, let's take 2 examples. You guys comment for us. Tell us, what do you sell? Okay. And I'm going to start with an example that I know a lot of you market, which is health and wellness, right? So let's take these 2 examples. Example number 1 is what Beth said. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm selling this new product and you can get it for 50% off. And it's got like a picture of the bottle.
A Pinterest picture.
Yeah. Someone else's screenshot and you've got your link in there to boot. Okay. You guys, I'm not calling any of you out.
I did it.
The queen of this. I got befriended by so many people and I was the creep of the world. So believe. Okay. You've got this example over here. What's missing from that example, you guys? What's missing from that? I'll tell you what's missing. There's no vulnerability. There's no testimony. There's no emotion at all. And I'll tell you what there is. There's 1 million options to buy a picture of a vitamin bottle at the store, right? So no one's going to buy from you unless it's your mom. My mom always bought from me. Thanks, Mom. But, right? And so let's take a look at the other side, right? Okay, instead, you post something like this. Hey guys, this is really embarrassing for me to share, but I wanted to let you know that I started taking these new products, and about 2 months ago, I noticed I wasn't waking up all night long. I was sleeping really well. My mind was clear all day, and I just feel like I'm performing better as a mama. I'm better as a health coach. I'm just so grateful. And you post a selfie with you like feeling happy and amazing. Maybe you're in your workout gear. Okay. And guess what? What's going to happen? People are going to start commenting. What supplement is it? Hey, Steph, you look amazing. What are you using? Right? Why? Because you talked about something that has a connection behind it. You showed up and you shared something vulnerable. You were having trouble sleeping. You had a foggy mind all day. And you mentioned something, supplement. You didn't say what it is. You're leaving curiosity out on the table. Do you guys see the beauty of that? It's instead of creating a sales experience for your reader, you just created a new friendship connection with your reader. Your reader now wants to know more. Now, let me tell you where this goes wrong, because people can get this side, right? That they're like, okay. And you guys, it's called attraction marketing. And I have an ebook on it, and we're going to share that with you.
It's amazing.
It's $9, so you're going to need to get it because it's amazing. Tooting my horn here because I'm like, y'all, like, if you can shift the way that you market, you are going to feel better too, right? Like, don't you feel better about this post than this one? Yeah. So here's where it goes wrong. People start commenting. You go to your inbox and you send a video. And Beth, I'm sorry if this is going to go against your coaching, but stay with me, guys. You just send a video. This is the supplement video. We'll get there, but not yet. No. Rewind. Okay. Go to the comments and say, I'll message you. Don't tell everybody in the comment what it is, because what are they going to do? They're going to buy it on Amazon, right? So you're going to take it into the DMs and you're going to send a voice text.
Yes, ma'am. That's what we say. You're right on my target here.
Mary, you saw my post about my supplement. Like, I love it so much. It's this all natural one and it's vegan or whatever it is, right? So then Mary replies like, oh, cool. What is it? Oh yeah, for sure. Like, here's a quick video. I'll also send you the ingredient list and then send me back your questions, right? And then you can come back and say, Mary's like, ooh, I'm interested in buying that. Awesome. Well, we have a promo right now. And if you buy it, it's actually 50% off. Do you guys think that Mary's going to buy that product when you come casually in a conversational tone with her instead of immediately getting all creepy? Like, yes, Mary, this product is like, you guys, people are just normal people. So don't get weird when they actually ask about your stuff, right? Like, if you believe in your stuff enough to share a great testimony about it, be that same normal conversational person when you take it off script. Like, does that make sense?
Oh, it's so true. And I, like, we were talking this week, I was taking messages, helping people with their message to make it more real. And it's like, if I started sounding like that, you know, please watch my video and let me send you a referral link and check this out. That's not me. I would be like, listen, girlfriend, I know what we're going through and it's not pretty. So talk. And the number one thing is, what's their pain and frustration? Why did they reach out to you? And when you can speak to provide a solution, that's the number one thing. Now, I've got like this is a surprise question for you. I was going to make you do the intro to your podcast, but I won't make you do that. I'll make everybody go over and listen. Here's the thing.
So long ago, Beth, I'm like, I don't remember.
It's so good. So I put in the comments her attraction marketing handbook. And this is what I know is you jump into the entrepreneurial journey. We don't even really know what an entrepreneur is. I was like, that sounds fun. I like that product. I need to make some money. My friend Elise is killing it. I think I could do that. And we all have these friends that have had the massive success. And we think we go from point A to massive success. You don't see the blood, sweat, and tears behind closed doors that takes for that success. But that's part of our journey. God had me take that path so that I could help you by introducing you to people like Stef to say, well, hey, maybe you shouldn't have your phone attached to your hand all the time. So somebody said, do you want your child to remember you holding their hand or holding your phone? Like every time. Craziness. And it becomes an addiction. There's a podcast about screen time addiction and literally go listen to it. I'm not going to it was me. And I literally have to put my phone away. I might've missed out on some great Instagram stories last night because I put my phone away because I wanted to be face to face with people. And you can always post those stories. Nobody knows when my event was. Exactly. So we've got the attraction marketing. We've got the balance. We've embraced the idea that we're entrepreneurs and we need to learn about that. There's so many resources, podcasts, like that's why I'm bringing you Stef. Now, when we are doing marketing the correct way, like this, how are new people showing up in our lives? Because, we only have those 10 friends that were, drinking Tab with us in 1996. Do you remember? You're too young. Do you remember Tab?
Yeah, I do.
Oh my gosh. I used to match my lipstick to my Tab. That was my lunch. That's why I need nutrition right now, because I was drinking Tab for lunch. Right? Yeah, that was me wearing, I can't even tell you what I was wearing. It was bad.
Yeah.
So as we embrace marketing, like we met, but well, I'm a little bold. Like when I like someone, I reach out, I'm like, hey, I see her. You want to get an influencer's attention because she's an influencer. But how do we follow you on Instagram?
Oh yeah. Hashtag, or it's the little @ symbol, Stephanie Gass. And you guys can see the spelling of my name right above in this video. Okay.
So if you screenshot this and you put us in your stories, I'll give away another 5-year journal if you have us in your stories. And here's the thing is I screenshotted the podcast. I tagged her in it. I had a typo in my first one, but anyway, she I was like, I want more of what she has. And then I just reached out and said, hey, I love what you're doing. Leave a review on the podcast. obviously you can't expect someone to answer every message like you're for free, but it was, I want to have a connection with you. How can I get more of you? And then we started to talk about my daughter's podcast. So you can connect with influencers. How do you, as regular people, I'm a regular person. You know, my 492 Facebook friends unfollowed me, probably unfriended me because I was Pamela Anderson. So how do new people come to us if we're doing marketing the correct way? And then we'll let you back to your schedule. I'm getting a lot of free coaching.
Yes, I love it. I hope you guys are enjoying this. If you guys are enjoying this podcast, this episode, what are we doing? This live right now, you guys. I want you to give us a heart emoji below. Okay.
Well, that's my love language, presents and emojis, you guys. Give it to us.
Okay. So here's the deal. How do you grow? Okay. Let me tell you how you grow. First and foremost, you think about what is your mission. And I don't mean sell more, like makeup, wellness products, sell more. No, that's not your mission. What is your mission? Why did you join that company? Why? Why are you selling what you're selling? Did you have an insane experience with the product and your mission is to help more people feel, naturally energetic and feel naturally fueled because you truly have noticed a shift in your life? Like, get deep with yourself, write down what your mission is. I then want you to think about who are the people that have this same need. Are they just like me? Are they my age? Are they men? Are they women? What type of person do I want to attract? So that's step 2. And then step 3 is to write down some trigger points. What is that person dealing with right now that you can speak to, you can solve, you can share testimonies, you can maybe do some mini trainings here and there. Maybe you can write a couple little tips and hacks in your Instagram captions, right? So if you're going to start speaking to the clients that you want to attract, or maybe even the distributors you're trying to attract, you've got to know what is that person struggling with, okay? So you're going to head on into your social media. This is for online marketing, okay? And you're going to say, how can I grow? Here's how you grow. You start showing up really consistently, okay? Make it a priority, and you start adding value. And I know you guys have heard this, but people don't internalize it and really begin because they don't understand it. So instead of saying, well, I am adding value because I'm sharing a product, that's fine, but 99% of people are selling something. How do you stand out? You start solving the problem by offering free value. What does this mean? Maybe on Mondays, you have a tip in your captions, right? Monday's health tip is to go outside and get 5 minutes of sunshine and vitamin D every day, right? And then you ask them to do something. Don't ever forget your call to action inside of your caption. So maybe it's comment if you plan to go outside and get your vitamin D, okay? And then the second day, maybe on Tuesday or Wednesday, you have a testimony Tuesday, and you go on in there and you share a testimony, a story about how these products impacted you or one of your customers or one of Beth's customers' lives. You can borrow other people's testimonies. It doesn't have to be you, right? And what's your call to action? If you're interested in having a success story like this one I shared, drop me a DM, okay? And so you start consistently doing this because what's happening? The person you're trying to attract is learning something every day from you. And over time, they start to trust you. And you can start a relationship with them by heading into the DM, voice texting them and saying, hey, like I noticed you've been liking a lot of my stuff. Tell me about yourself. It's about them, not you. So that's one way. Of course, sharing that content and that value in other Facebook groups that are a similar niche to your own, getting a public Facebook page going, showing up consistently, whether that's a blog or a live, start sharing your stuff on Pinterest, on YouTube, get visible and give free value away, because ultimately, if you're giving free value surrounding whatever it is you market, people are going to ultimately say, do you have a recommendation for something, for a supplement, for the perfect lipstick, for blah, 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 blah. Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah, and put that on your calendar, because I have Facebook group, being a go-giver, sell more, right? So I made a suggestion in a local group for a yoga studio. I'm not a yogi, but I have gone, and we connected. And just before this, it was like, I had to teach this lesson. She said to me, I want to give you a quick call. So I was like, okay, I'm curious. Like, that's a call I'll take. It wasn't during hockey driving time. And she said, thank you so much for helping me find a yoga studio. I'm really loving it. I'm trying aerial yoga. I did notice in one of your stories that you have a nutritional supplement. I'm dealing with this. Can you help me? This was a friend I didn't know from Adam a month ago, but we connected in that group. I'm in a women entrepreneurial group. Somebody suggested Stephanie's podcast. That's where I went. I searched podcast, found her, and then plugged in because she's been in that group giving advice, giving content, being active. I'm sure it's on her calendar. And these are women that want to grow as entrepreneurs. I happened to search and find it that day. I think it was more a divine intervention, like, hey, you need her. So I know her. We've gone because so much value. I'm so grateful. And I love how you just pray abundance and light on these women. So can you end us with that? Yes. And also I put in the comments, you guys, the attraction marketing handbook that Steph mentioned. Follow her on Instagram, grab that podcast, leave a review. You want more of her in your life, I promise. And there's so much value. I mean, that podcast is free every single, I think, how many episodes? 2 a week?
Yeah.
Twice a week. Talk about automation. While we're on, it just popped up that I just got an email from Steph because I'm on her list. I'm like, I feel like I'm talking to my best friend when she emails me. If she's emailing you too, don't tell me. I think she's just emailing me.
And that's exactly what I want, Beth. I want to create this really vulnerable, like almost like I'm sitting across from my best friends when I'm speaking through my podcast, my content, my shows. And that's what you guys want too, because it allows people to trust you at such a deeper level. They're going to work with you so much faster and become a customer, become a distributor with you if they can trust you and know you're not.
And give value to your life. So what do you pray for all these women entrepreneurs?
All right, my beautiful ladies. So I pray over, and maybe men, we'll see. I pray over all of you amazing human beings watching us right now, that you find enough courage within your heart to get on out there, okay? To know that you are capable of reaching the dream that you have in your heart for your life. I pray that you find enough courage to set the boundaries you need to set and know that you are worthy of living the best, most fulfilled life you could ever dream of. There you go.
That's when I was on a treadmill going, amen. And people are like, what is this chick doing on the treadmill? Thank you, Stephanie. And one more question. You have a Facebook group, right?
I do.
Do you hang out with you?
Absolutely, guys. Come hang out with me. It's bit.ly.com/success support group, all one word, or the Mompreneur Mastermind on Facebook. And then my podcast is the Mompreneur Mastermind Show. You just type that in. Anywhere you listen to podcasts, I'm there.
Awesome. Thank you so much, you guys. Thanks for joining us. Share. We've got our giveaways. Talk to you later, Steph.
Bye, everybody.